I got a call from this is like insider, okay? So I got a call from
Cut it.
tell you about the very last song that I was writing. So I was in Bangalore. I was sitting and I got a call from this is like insider, okay? So I got a call from
Cut it. Said cut.
no, it's cool. I'm just gonna tell you that I got a call, an international call from my ex-boyfriend in college, and he was calling me from Dominican Republic, okay? And he chose to call instead of making a WhatsApp call. And I was like, okay, but I picked it up and we spoke briefly, and I cut then I was done with the call, and I was like, that was very interesting. We haven't spoken in so long, and he just decided to call me out of the blue. And there was an upsurge of all these emotions, from anger to like happiness to sadness to frustration. And I was just like, I was suddenly overwhelmed and I didn't know what to do. And I was in a very calm, loving environment otherwise in real life right now. And I was like, what do? I have to let this out somewhere. Okay. And I chose to put it on paper. I took a notebook, I took my pen. I was like, the first thing that came to my mind was, did I care about him enough, or did I care too much? What do I do with this? I guess I'll hang my tears out to dry, which I thought of that. Like, you know how you take your clothes, you put them in the laundry, and then you let it out to dry. And I was like, wow, that's such a beautiful phrase. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna write that down. And I wrote exactly that. I wrote, did I care enough? Did I care too much? I guess I'll hang my tears out to dry. Those were the first two sentences. And I wrote that. I was like, that sounds like a song. I picked up my guitar. It was already tuned to Dad Gad, which is a very beautiful tuning.
Yeah.
I really love it. Like, in itself, you strum it and it's already sounding so nice. And I was like, okay, And then I just like kind of glided my fingers around the fretboard, and I was like, oh, that sounds nice. And I was like, And then I don't know how to explain how the melody comes to me. It just comes. Always. Like I'm like strumming a chord, and then it'll just come to me. And that's how the first melody came. Like, did I care enough? Did I care too much? That just came to me by itself. I guess I'll hang my tears out to dry. And it just came like that. And everything built from there. And what do I... then I took my voice audio recorder on my phone. I played it, I recorded it. And then I revisited the song like 15-20 minutes later. I wrote another verse. And what did I do then? That was about it. I just kind of hummed the whole thing out, played it along with it. And I don't know. I really have no like process. It's very hard for me to tell you how the melody comes to me.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a task. Like it came just organically. Like, okay, let's make a song.
It always comes so organically. It kind of
I've read an
builds around
interesting
the
thing
chord.
about songwriting where it's like there are these stitching kits that come where you just put the needle in and then you stitch, and it forms like a picture wherein you stitch with different threads. But when you turn it over, it looks completely messy. And it looks completely where one string is going from. So it's like strings going everywhere. I don't know, some artist said it during an interview, and I found that very strikingly accurate to what the songwriting process is like, wherein on the back it's almost like it's completely messy. You can't really put it all together in an orderly way and say that this led to that led to that. But on the front side, it all looks pretty clean and neat, and as if everything just came together perfectly. And it seems like the
Yeah.
perfect thing that's ever happened.
Yeah. The process is so erratic. How you stitch one thing to the other. And I remember one more thing that I used in this particular song. I was trying to decide what to name the song, okay? And I was like, how did I feel when I was in that relationship? I felt like we were out of touch. We were out of tune. And so I decided to name the song Out of Tune. And when that thought struck me, I was like, you know what? While writing the song, I'm going to try to make myself sound out of tune. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's very hard. That's very hard. So what I did was, as I was only playing around with 2-3 chords, and I don't even know what chords they are because I don't know.
Right.
It's just random shit. Okay, I was just
This sounds
I was
good.
just like fucking around. It sounds good. Yeah. And I was like, and then I was just humming and trying to make myself sound very off key. I was like, don't think in key, don't think diatonic, don't think in key. And I was like, okay. And I came up with some very out of the box melodies because of that. Because I pushed myself to think outside the obvious, outside what would obviously come to you.
Right.
And I think that's a very interesting discovery that I made for this song, because it sounds very different from my other stuff. And it has some very interesting sounding phrases and runs, which only came because I was trying to not sound okay. I was trying to sound out of tune. Yeah.
Nice.
So
Interesting.
That sounds
yeah.
like a
Yeah.
good piece of advice. Like, don't say
Yeah. Yeah.